Hi everybody, my name is Sheila Potter and I'm here to explore Landmark 15 with you. I used to be a biologist a long time ago. Now I'm a teacher. I'm lucky to teach grade 3 students at Edmondson Heights Public School, and we go outside all the time to do exactly what I'd like to show you today, which is just go exploring. So why don't you come with me and we'll go check out the meadow. So I hear parents and teachers getting worried about what to bring to an outdoor space with students. And I want to reassure you that at Landmark 15, at that age, students need very little help from you. As an adult, all you need to do is give them permission to explore. If you're an 8-year-old kid, then all you need is your eyes and a little bit of patience, and you'll find something amazing. One of the things that I like to do, if you look at a piece of milkweed, it's amazing how much stuff you might find on milkweed. And here we have these little longhorn beetles. And the reason I know that those are milkweed longhorn beetles is because right here I have an app called Inaturalist. I click that app, it's free, and then I hit the plus, and it asks me if I want to take a photo. I'm going to take a photograph of these beautiful longhorn beetles. So if I hit what did you see, it will recognize what that organism is, and I can learn more about this beetle. So not only do I get to know its name, but I also get to know all kinds of information about the story of this animal, including all the other sightings that have been made of that beetle. And the beautiful thing is that other scientists and teachers will be able to use this information. And then when you go back to the classroom or you go back home, you can have a conversation about what those animals are and where they fit into the big story of this ecosystem. So I was out exploring this meadow this morning and I found something really wonderful. I'd love to check it out with you. So you probably know that monarch butterflies, they migrate 4,000 kilometers to come here and to lay their eggs. I was exploring this morning and I found those tiny little white dots. Those are monarch eggs. So just like planting milkweed is a really great way to invite monarch butterflies to your habitat, there are other things that you can do to invite all kinds of wildlife to your habitat. So once we have this beautiful meadow full of food, why not provide some shelter for birds? So this year, my husband and I put up this nesting box that my students built, and I'll tell you that within an hour we had a pair of tree swallows come and check it out, and they ended up staying. They're gone now, so the tree swallow babies fledged just yesterday. But if you look inside this nest, you'll see that tree swallows like to build their nest with feathers. I tend to focus a lot on the animals in this meadow, but it is worth noting, especially for teachers who are trying to teach the parts of plants and flowers, that there are things for us to eat in this meadow too. And in fact, this lily is edible, and they're really easy to find. You can actually just dissect it with a really blunt tool, including my fingernail. Once you have it opened up, you can see all the parts of her, and look at how beautifully full of nectar she is. So there are all the male parts with the pollen on the ends, and there's the female part in the middle, which leads right down here into the nectary and the ovary. And because this flower is edible, you can let your students have a taste of what the bees love to taste in this meadow. It's so sweet, it's amazing. Would you like to have some? Okay, so I love to look at the surface of a flower like this, Queen Anne's lace. As you get closer, you can start to see that there are these really cool creatures. So this beetle is a pollinator, just like bees and butterflies. He's drinking nectar, and he will probably take some of the pollen from this flower to another flower. These guys are predators, and they're called ambush bugs. They literally are going to ambush somebody like this beetle, and you can see how hard it is to see them. You have to get really close. Okay, so you can imagine, we've been in this meadow for a couple of minutes and we've seen so many things. And the beauty of doing that on a regular basis with kids is that the more that you visit the same habitat, the more connected you become to that habitat, and the more familiar it becomes, because you start to learn all of these amazing stories of all these creatures that share this space with us. I have just one more stop. Can we go check it out? Okay, so we're in my garden, and I know some of you might be thinking, I don't have a garden, but I want you to know that there are lots of things that you can plant from seed anywhere. You can even plant into a piece of recycling, a little recycled yogurt container or something. This is a really easy plant to grow. It's a grass, Can anybody guess what it is? This is corn. You can grow corn from seed that you buy at the garden center, but you don't need to do that. You can grow corn from the corn that you buy for popping. It's super easy to germinate. Another one that I'd love to show you, also super easy and so beautiful, is scarlet runner beans. Really easy to grow in your classroom. And then check out these gorgeous blooms. They're just so beautiful. Thank you so much for joining me for Landmark 15. I hope you feel inspired to go out and explore, and maybe even to enhance a habitat near you. The more that you can plant, the more that you can build, the more that you can create in your habitat, the more animals that you'll find. So I'd like to challenge you to go out and see how many insects can you find, how many plants can you find. Maybe use Inaturalist, see what you can identify in your own backyard. And there are so many ways that you can extend that if you're a teacher, or even if you just want to learn from home and start a nature journal, do some beautiful drawings of the things that you find. There's no better way to look closely, to really look closely, than to sit and draw some beautiful treasure that you found in nature. Thank you so much.